With my mystical hydration formula show, and I am going to start off this presentation with a demonstration of some of the more interesting properties of water. So with that, I need 2 volunteers. Michael DeCaro. We have a volunteer right here. And I'm looking for another volunteer. Would you like to help out? You want to help me? Okay, well, come on over to this, what's your name? Paige. Michael, Paige and Michael, this is everybody. Everybody, this is Paige and Michael. Okay, first rule of show business is you always have to face your audience and smile. You gonna smile? There we go. All right, Paige is going to help me out. Paige, I need you to stand on the other side of Michael here. Come on over to this side. And Paige is going to hold this cup with that hand, and if you'll sit crisscross applesauce right down there, you don't mind getting wet, do you? Uh-oh, uh-oh. All right, now what we're going to do, Paige, is you're going to take this end of the string, and I want you to pinch it. Look, watch my hand. Take this hand and pinch it right there. Now make sure it's inside of the cup. You got to get your hand further down in the cup there. There you go, right like that. And we're going to stretch this string over Michael here, demonstrating some of the more unique properties of water. By the way, this is a scientific experiment. Do not try this at home without parental permission, unless you are one of the parents. All right, and also, yeah, it can get a little bit messy perhaps, but I want you to think while we're doing this, what will allow me to pour the water from this vessel to that vessel, hopefully without getting Michael too wet?
Is it magic?
Oh, I'll answer that question at the end, all right? Here we go. You ready?
No.
All right. Are you ready?
No.
You sure? Let us know when you're ready. Oh, the wind's blowing. This is going to be difficult. Are you ready yet?
No.
You're not ready. He's not ready. You're going to tell me it's ready. Are you ready? Look what's happening. What is allowing me to pour the water from this vessel to that one? You're not getting dripped on now. All right, there we, oh, hold that still. All right, let go of the string. And you want to show everybody how much water is in there? Walk that around and show everybody how much water we collected.
Nice.
All right.
Good job. Very good assistant.
Good job, Paige.
Michael, thank you very much.
Nice. Michael.
All right, now that's just an interesting demonstration of one of the more interesting properties of water. Can anybody tell me what that process was? What did we just do? What just happened there? Was that magic? Where's my magic guy? Oh, he left. Was that magic? No. No, it was what? Science. It was physics. Indeed. What was happening is water molecules are a lot like you and your friends and family. They like to stick together. So let's say this fellow right here. Oh, he's paying attention now. Okay, he is the vessel at the end of the string, and I'm the water coming out at the uphill side, and all of you here are the water drops that were on the string before it goes into that vessel. And I said, hey, your water, 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 until gravity assisting, I went from water drop to water drop into the vessel at the end. It's not magic, it is indeed science. Now, here is the more interesting challenge. How many of you are scientists? Oh, so I can say anything I want. Okay, well, is that process cohesion or adhesion? Co means like substances, ad means opposite substances.
Cohesion.
It was cohesion, indeed. Thank you very much. He's smart. All right, now I do have a reward for my volunteers. Catch. Did you know, frogs tell you how deep the water is at the water's edge? You know that? You know that? They sit there, they say, dee dee, dee dee, dee dee. There you go. All right, now, if you thought that was all the presentation, it is not. Indeed, we're talking about water, the properties of water, and water quality. Again, my name is Dr. I.C. Coldwater. Ian Caldwell Cold Water, and I have a challenge for you. Since I have all of your attention here, and maybe before the next rainfall strikes, I have in my hand 2 vials of water. One of these vials is river water taken from that river yesterday morning. The other vial is drinking water. Which one is which? Oh, this is an interactive presentation. You say this is the river water. How many think this is the river water?
Yeah.
Raise your hands. How many of you think this is the drinking water? How many of you are not voting? You just voted.
Oh, come on then.
All right, indeed, this is the river water. This is the drinking water. Now, here's the question, where do we get our drinking water from?
The river.
Which river?
That river.
That river right over there. So now, anything that might be in this water now needs to be cleaned out in order to make this water, right? So anything that we put on the ground into the river has to be pulled out to make this. What are some of the different ways that we pollute our water? Nobody litters anymore. It's so ATM. All right, so litter, also pet waste. Oh, by the way, this, I have activity books. If you want some activity books, please help yourself. All right, so litter. What sort of forms of litter do we have? How many of you have pets? Do you have pets that poop on the lawn? Anybody pick up after their pets after they go poop on the lawn? Because if you don't do that, guess where it's going to go? And then we have to clean that out to make this. So regular litter, trash litter, pet waste, also too much of anything is a bad thing if it makes its way through the river. And we spend all this money and time to maintain cars and wagons and horses and yeah. So anything that we spend money on that ends up on the ground washing off into the rivers, including our soil, makes it a bad situation when we want to go around to make our drinking water. So just keep that in mind as you're going through the festival here today. And I hope you enjoy all the sights and sounds and smells of this beautiful festival. Would you like to hear a little bit more?
Yes.
How about a challenge?
Yeah, I want to do the challenge.
Oh, well, it's a mental challenge this time. I want you to think about the colors of the earth. What colors would you see if we were to go up into a mighty hot air balloon way up high in the sky, looking back down on Earth? What colors would you see? Go ahead. But we're looking down at Earth.
Oh, we would see
green for the grass and trees.
And blue for the seas.
Blue for the seas. What other colors?
White. You would see for houses.
White and for the clouds and ice too, right?
Uh-huh.
And what else?
You would see a lot of people.
Well, we're way up high in the sky that we can't see the people. Maybe some brown, right?
We can see cars too. We can see cars too.
Well, we're way up higher than that. So we're seeing white and blue and brown and green. And he said the green was all the grass and all the vegetation. The blue were the seas, right? Okay. And then we had the white, which are clouds and snow and ice. And then the brown, which would be like deserts, right? Oh, we're way too high for that. So every single color that you just described has something to do with water. Brown, deserts don't have much water. White, clouds are water vapor. White, ice is frozen water.
How about black? Snow is basically water.
It is. So then we have...
How about if it's storming? How about if it's storming and it's black and water?
Well, that only happens in small patches. We wouldn't see that. We're too high up. Then we have the green for all the trees and the grass, because what do they take to grow? Water, exactly. And then the blue were the oceans, right? That is water. What can we use? What do oceans have in them? What kind of water? Salt water. Can we use salt water?
Yeah.
What can we use it for?
Like if you're sick and stuff.
Medication. What else?
If you have no, that would be, there's an ocean nearby, that's what
You can't drink salt water. It makes you sick, and it'll actually dry you out. So we can't drink it. We can use it for medication, recreation, power generation,
Pranks.
and pranks. Okay, that's what I didn't think of before. And also navigation. But so with that in mind, there's not a lot we can use salt water for. But believe it or not, there we go. Yeah, it's getting pretty windy, isn't it? Woo. All right. Well, let's say this represents all the water in the world. Oh. This is all the water in the world. Guess where we find most of it?
Here.
No, see this? Now I'm going to flip it over. This is all ocean water. That much of the water in the world is ocean water, and we can't really use that. See this? This is all fresh water. We like fresh water, but most of it's white. It's in the ice. It's in the snow. The green. What did we say the green was? The trees and the grass. And what about you and me? There's water in you and me too, right? How much water is in you and me? About 70 and 80%. That means from the tips of my toes all the way up to here is water. That's a lot of water. And we can't, nothing else can use that water. It is plain water. So, well, that's air. And this is capturing sunlight. We actually have it. Sun, air, soil, and water. Oh, that's something different. Careful, that's sharp. That's what I did earlier. But see, all the water in the world that we can see and use is represented by just that red end. So out of all this water, that's all the water we see and use.
Green is grass.
That's right.
And blue is
Oceans.
Clear is just
Well, that clear is actually what? What's that say? Because I can't make white water.
actually okay. It is water, but you can
Yes,
get
it is. All right. So that's what we have here so far. You want to see something really cool? I'll tell you what. Where? That's not an arrowhead. That's a kilometer rock. It would make a horrible arrowhead. Hold on just a second. You want to see something really cool? Take a look at that and tell me what you see inside of that rock.
A shell.
A shell? A shell in a rock? That rock was found way up high in a mountain. Why would we see a shell way up high in a mountain? Hold on, take turns.
Fossil.
It's a fossil. And why would we see that in a fossil? Why would that be, why would that shell be way up high? Oh, that's another fossil. Here we go. Let's pass it off to him.
What is this for?
Oh, that was my bucket for another demonstration. But I'll do that one later on. It's taking a rest right now. I'd ask it to dry out.
That is a small fish.
So what is that doing in a rock that I found like hundreds of feet above the sea?
Because it would be a long time ago, there was just rain and a bunch of sea and a bunch of air.
All right, did you catch that? Did you hear what he just said? A bunch of air, a bunch of sea, and then a bunch of land, and those creatures wound up dying and going to the bottom of the sea, and when the sea backed off, that land rose up.
But if it was Christmas, there would be ice, and there wouldn't be any grass snow.
Yeah, but aren't there some evergreen trees, some trees that stay green all year?
long. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. All right, well here's something to remember the presentation by. I have some free activity books. Help yourselves to some activity books.
Tell him thank you for your time.
And here's for you. Something to remember clean water by. There we go.
Thank you. We'll see you again next year.
Can you catch?
Yes, I
You can't catch? No, you have to. You have to